Hi, I'm Adi and I am a guitar teacher, and I haven't vlogged for a long time, probably at least 10 years. I used to vlog when I was younger, when I went away to music school in London, and I vlogged my learning journey, and that's still available on my YouTube pages. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, then go and check it out, what it's like to study music. And then I vlogged again after that about becoming a professional musician the first couple of years after graduating. Those videos are not available, unfortunately, but I did do them. So I thought I'd get back into it, and the way I want to do these videos, if you care, is pretty much laid back. I don't want to be spending too long editing and things, so I'm just going to, as my American friends might say, shoot the shit. Just talk about stuff that comes up as a guitar teacher that I deal with, that I think will be interested to people learn the instrument, but also other people interested in teaching guitar, the kind of stuff you might have to deal with. And today I just want to talk to you about grading and getting graded. Should you get graded, or should you teach gradings? Because it's quite a common question that people ask, and sometimes they're quite nervous to ask a guitar teacher for fear of being forced into doing something. So I thought I'd cover that today. But I'd welcome other opinions from other teachers and other learners. What have you experienced in this kind of space? So let me know. But I'm going to jump straight in and sort of caveat with this that I am a registered guitar tutor with the Registry of Guitar Tutors in the UK. They're a part of, I think, at the moment, the University of West London and College of Music, or something along those lines. They change their ownership every now and again. And they have a grading syllabus. So they have several grading syllabuses. You can do electric guitar, you can do acoustic guitar, you can do rock guitar, they've got bass guitar, classical guitar, music theory, and they even do diplomas as well. Diplomas are above gradings, by the way. So you grade up to grade 8, and then above grade 8 there's a few layers of diploma that you can get, and they also do jazz guitar. I think they even do a teaching diploma, although I didn't do it because I was already teaching. So I'm affiliated with them, but this video is not affiliated with them. This is just my own personal opinion. But there are other grading syllabuses available in the UK. We have Rock School, who do some gradings, and also Trinity, I believe, is the other one. So I have taught gradings. I put people through gradings. I have a 100% record, which is always great, but that's beside the point. So should you get graded? What's the pros? What's the cons? What's just a genuine opinion as a guitar teacher? And I'm not after your business today, so it's completely up to you what you want to do. So I'm going to start off with the good reasons for doing a grading syllabus or getting graded on your instrument. In the UK, in particular, so this is UK focused. This particular benefit. From grade 6 onwards, you get UCAS points for getting graded. Now, for people not familiar with UCAS points, if you want to apply to a university in the UK, one of their entry requirements is that you have so many UCAS points. UCAS points come from formal study, so for most people that's going to a sixth form or college after they leave school, and their qualifications will get them a certain number of points depending on what scores they achieve and that kind of thing. So getting a grade on your instrument can get you some extra UCAS points, and that can be very useful if you want to get into a certain university and they have a certain minimum requirement, and you know you're going to be quite close to that depending on your grades or on your other studies. So it can really help with that kind of thing. That's a very UK specific benefit, so it's got some genuine use there. There are other benefits as well. So I mean, for youngsters in particular, and probably for parents of youngsters, having grading certificates shows a clear level of progression. It shows that you're achieving on a regular basis, you're getting examined and certified at certain points in your progression, and it's a very clear way to measure how well you're doing. So it's good in that respect for giving you that certificate that says, yes, this guy's doing well, this guy's doing well. It's also quite useful for people who aren't particularly sure about what they want to learn on their instrument. They don't necessarily have a particular favourite style of music. I've taught people like this who they want to learn the guitar, but they don't necessarily know what they want to learn. They don't necessarily have a favourite style, and sometimes for those people, sometimes getting graded might be a good option, because again, it gives them the satisfaction of achieving something when you get that certificate for the post and it says well done. You're clearly progressing. But also sometimes it just gets you progressing along enough to kind of find interest in something. And quite a lot of the skill in teaching gradings is making it relevant to an individual. So you might start teaching them something and find they start liking certain things, and then you can flow in on that angle in terms of their development. So for some people that's very, very useful. However, I have to stop there. It's not useful for the majority of people that I've taught, certainly for me. I would carry that with people who teach in schools almost have to teach gradings, because they're teaching a number of people. It's very difficult to work one-on-one with people if you've got a class of 20 people. But for one-to-one tuition and personal progression, the gradings aren't necessarily the best for the majority of people. In terms of the grading syllabuses, I would say the bass guitar syllabus is excellent. The others are a bit hit and miss. Again, there's good stuff in there, and you can progress, and it's very rounded in terms of musicianship, but it's not necessarily right for, I'm going to say, the majority of people. And one of the problems with the grading is that because it's so generalised in its approach, whilst you can personalise your tuition to someone and the way you get them learning things and interest in the materials that are within the grading syllabus, for some people there's going to be things in those syllabuses that aren't necessarily relevant to that individual on the path that they're on at that particular moment in time. So if you want to be a rock guitarist and you're learning electric guitar grades, there'll be open scale positions that you're probably not going to use very much, things like that. So it kind of can take you away from what you want to do, and also if you've got the stress of exams coming up, it can take away a little bit of the motivation. I would far rather work with someone they're enjoying and progressing and getting them interested in trying something new musically and playing with a band or joining up with people to jam, giving those kinds of skills than necessarily saying you need to practice because you've got a grading exam in 6 weeks' time. So it lacks that kind of personal element with the syllabus. However, I will say, you've got it. Some people teach and they just teach what's in the book. You've got to go beyond that. All the best teachers do. I'm lucky enough that I went to music school, and certain teachers which were my favourite teachers, I'm going to name them: Tollis, Gianluca, Lee Hodgson, great teachers. They taught beyond what was in the syllabus, and that's important if you're having a teacher who's going to teach you this. So yeah, it's not great for everybody. So I'm going to kind of plant that seed with you. You don't have to get graded. It's cool if you want to. It's got good stuff in it, but it's certainly not for everybody. And the skill is when you're seeking out a teacher, or if you're teaching, that whether you do or you don't go down that route, that they can still tailor the tuition to you and your development, and ensure that you're being inspired and given things that are going to challenge you technique and mentally wise, that's going to keep you picking up the instrument and improving. So that's it. Just a quick little vlog. I'm going to keep these short and sweet. Should I play some more? I don't know. I'm just improvising. What comes out? I quite like those little steel bends. It's a new thing I've added to my playing. I'll leave it there, folks. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.